Please be seated. Graduates, families, significant others, distinguished guests, here in person and those online, faculty and staff, good afternoon and welcome to the graduation ceremony of the Emory Physician Assistant Class of 2025. My name is Alex Kendall, and I have the honor of serving as the program director of the Emory PA program. I'd like to welcome some other distinguished guests, Dean Wong, Dean Ely, and Dr. Theodore Johnson. Dr. Theodore Johnson, I'd like to invite to the stage. He's a professor and chair of the Department of the Family and Preventive Medicine, the department where the Physician Assistant program resides. Dr. Johnson.
Welcome.
Thank you so much, Dr. Johnson. Man of many words. I now have the honor of introducing Reverend Maddie Herlong, a chaplain with the Office of Spiritual and Religious Life. Please stand as the Reverend delivers the invocation.
Let us pray. We gather today in a spirit of excitement and gratitude, delighting in the 2.5 years spent together, learning from professors, being challenged by classmates, and growing together personally and professionally. We remember the hard work put in, clinical rotations, time in labs, late nights studying, and serving communities in need. Let us call it to mind as we honor the achievements of the graduates today. We give thanks for the communities who got them to this point: family, friends, instructors, administrators, baristas, lab partners, and librarians. We know we could not do this alone and are grateful for those who are here to celebrate today. Let us center ourselves for the moment before us. Let us soak up the joy and gladness. Let us be present. Amen.
You may be seated. Next, it is my distinct pleasure to welcome the class president of the class of 2025, Adam Kahn, who will introduce our graduation speaker. Adam.
More people today than yesterday. Wow, great. Good afternoon. My name is Adam Kahn, and I have the honor of serving as the class president for the Physician Assistant Class of 2025. Alhamdulillah, praise be to God. None of this would be possible without him. For those of you who know me well, you know that I tend to get emotional during these joyful moments like this. In fact, someone apparently has put a betting pool on whether or not I'll cry today. So if you're participating, please see Daniel McCullough up front after the ceremony. Today marks a goodbye to a second family I built away from home. One I wasn't quite ready to say goodbye to, but it is also a moment to pause and truly celebrate how far we've come. Many of us here today are the first in our families to become medical providers. The reason I am here today is because my parents had a nearly impossible idea of halting their education to immigrate here back in the 90s for me. They did not knowingly, they did that not knowingly that they would be holding their academic careers permanently so that I could have one. I know this applies to many of you, and I'd like to thank those who have put their lives on hold just so we can have that opportunity. I would also like to acknowledge that many of us have experienced loss as well in this program. The point of this is to understand that we all have faced challenges that tested us and ultimately shaped us into stronger, more resilient individuals. To our families, friends, and partners and loved ones, thank you. Thank you for your patience, your sacrifices, and your unwavering support. None of us could have reached this moment without you. The time you have invested in your loved ones have helped shape not only clinicians, but compassionate, empathetic human beings. Through you, I have learned what grace, perseverance, and unconditional support truly looks like. There are so many things I will miss. I'll miss the moments when Nick answers a question so thoroughly that by the end of it, I forgot what the question was. Sorry, Nick. I'll miss calling Alyssa at the start of my clinical rotations asking, am I not understanding my preceptor, or are they just asking very vague questions on purpose? Or maybe when the times when Amy slammed a pickleball directly at my face. These moments, small as they may seem, are memories I will carry with me for the rest of my life. As we step into this new and unfamiliar chapter, it is natural to feel a bit daunted, but I've had the privilege of witnessing each of you rise to that challenge. Not only as excellent future providers, but as kind, supportive, and genuine people to one another. I'm confident that whatever this next chapter takes us, we will continue to lead with compassion and integrity. It is now my honor to introduce our guest speaker, Danielle Roberts, who is the Associate Director of Professional Development and Education at Emory Healthcare. She is a proud graduate of Emory University's PA program, class of 2007. She began her career in community oncology before joining the Winship Cancer Institute in 2011, where she has worked across multiple oncologic specialties, including survivorship, GVHD, and malignant hematology. In addition to her clinical work, Danielle serves as a society leader and adjunct faculty member for the Emory University PA program. She completed the 2024 WHEA Teaching Fellowship and was honored as Emory's Healthcare APP Educator of the Year that same year. Her dedication to education, mentorship, and professional development continues to leave a lasting impact on our community. Please join me in welcoming Danielle Roberts.
All right. Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing today? Excited? Woohoo! All right. As I look out at this room, I realize something has changed. You guys are no longer my students. You are now my colleagues, which is very exciting. Seated among you are your friends, family members, and the loved ones who made this moment possible. To all of you who've cheered them on through the long nights, challenging days, welcome, and thank you for sharing in this celebration. Thank you for having me here today to celebrate the graduation of the class of 2025. It's an honor and privilege to stand with you on this momentous day. It's hard to believe that 18 years ago, I sat exactly where you are today. Cap, gown, fancy new dress, with a mix of emotions ranging from excitement to a little sadness, but mostly overwhelming pride. Pride in what we'd accomplished and the future that awaited us. As I look out at all of you, I see those same emotions reflected back. Joy, relief, anticipation, and maybe a little disbelief that you made it to this moment. And that feeling is something you'll never forget. Over the last 27 months, you have poured your heart into this journey. You have studied endlessly, you've laughed and cried in the Oski suite, and yes, shown up every Wednesday for society. You can have performed physical exams until you can probably do them in your sleep, and you've written SOAP notes with the precision of a seasoned clinician. Those may seem like small things now, but they are the foundations of your future practice. One day, I promise you, you will flash back to an Emory PA memory, maybe an Oski mishap or a study group that saved your life, and you'll realize just how far you've come. During my time in Emory's PA program, I was fortunate to be taught by the best. One of them is still here today, Alan Platt. Now, you guys know me well. You know I can't stand in front of you and not force you to participate with me one last time. So, when Alan Platt says for you guys to order a CBC, I want you to say it loud and proud, but what do? There you go, I love it. Thank you for humoring me one last time. Then there was Marquita Mayfield, a pioneer for the women in the PA profession and the undisputed queen of the physical exam. We were all a little bit terrified of her, but we all became better PAs because of her. Mayfield was famous for saying, "I was just doing my job," when anybody would compliment her. I find myself saying the same thing when patients thank me for caring for them. It's funny how phrases from our teachers become part of who we are. I made lifelong friends in the PA program, 3 of whom I still work with today in oncology. We've been through so much together: first jobs, career changes, children, celebration, and losses, and we are not to be separated ever. You have formed your own friendships, and I want to tell you these people will be your lifeline. They will understand your challenges better than anyone else. They will be the ones that you call after your first code, your first difficult conversation, the first patient that truly changes you. Hold on to them, because you guys are going to need each other. As you sit here today, some of you already know exactly where you're headed. You found that first job that feels like the perfect fit. Others are still watching their inboxes, waiting on the call or the email that will set things in motion. Some of you are still exploring, trying to discover which corner of medicine will truly feel like home. Every one of these places is not only normal, but completely okay to be. One of the greatest gifts of our profession is its flexibility. You can work in any field, in any setting, at any point in your career. You may think that today inpatient ICU is your calling, but in a few years you may discover you're drawn to outpatient care, pediatrics, orthopedics, research, or something completely unexpected. But please don't forget that healthcare is bigger than patient care alone. You may become teachers, mentors, administrators, researchers, or leaders in policy. And each of those roles is just as important to the fabric of medicine. My biggest piece of advice to each of you is this: find the medicine that you love, the patient population that brings you joy. When you do that, success will follow. All right, this is the part that I have to get through. So you guys know I can be a little bit emotional, but today is not that day. When I started PA school, I was certain I would work in oncology. My motivation came from a deeply personal place. My best friend was diagnosed with breast cancer right as I began the program. And that experience shaped my heart for oncology from the very beginning. But then rotations came, and I loved cardiology, I loved family practice, and honestly, I loved everything, which only made me more confused. But it was the patients in the medicine of oncology that kept calling me back. Something in the field felt like home, and for the last 18 years, I've been fortunate to call oncology my home. Working in this field, I've met countless patients who have shaped the PA that I am today. You will meet these patients who will do the same for you, patients whose names and stories will stay with you forever. I've cared for people from all walks of life, from a former president to the migrant farm workers in Bainbridge. The farm worker program is one of the most meaningful parts of the Emory PA experience. I participated as a student, and now I return as a preceptor. There is something deeply grounding about providing care to those who need it most, those who often go unseen. Each patient, each encounter, each story has played a part in making me the PA that I am today. Early in my career, when I worked in bone marrow transplant here at Emory, I cared for a patient named Mr. Theodore Simon. He was a lifelong educator with a warm spirit and a wonderful sense of humor. Every time I walked into his room, we would sing the Alvin and the Chipmunks theme song together, something that brought him joy and reminded me that medicine is as much about connection as it is about care. You guys all are singing it now, right? You're welcome. One of his favorite quotes, one he repeated often, was, "You never really understand a person until you walk a mile in their shoes." This idea appears everywhere, in literature like Harper Lee's To Kill a Mockingbird, in ancient wisdom, in faith traditions, and even in a humorous twist that says, before you judge a man, walk a mile in his shoes, because then he's a mile away, and now you have his shoes. But beneath the humor lies a profound truth. Practice empathy. Recognize that every person you meet, every patient, every family member, every colleague, comes with the story that you cannot fully see. Your role, your privilege, is to try to understand them. Empathy does not mean taking on everyone's burdens. It simply means seeing the humanity before the diagnosis, the person before the symptoms. As you step forward into this profession, one that I've loved so deeply, carry that message with you. Carry empathy, carry curiosity, carry the humility to keep learning and the courage to keep showing up even on the hard days. And above all, remember to walk a mile in your patient's shoes. Congratulations, class of 2025. I cannot wait to see the incredible impact that I know each of you are going to make in your future careers. Congratulations again, and thank you for having me here today.
Thank you so much, Adam, and thank you so much, Danielle. Now, we will proceed with the hooding of the PA class of 2025, and we will be joined by Vakita Smith, the Associate Program Director and Director of Clinical Education, and Eunice Getz, Assistant Professor and Faculty of the Emory PA Program. The names of the graduates will be read by Dr. Jody Guest. Dr. Guest is also an Associate Program Director for the Emory PA Program and Director of the Emory Farm Worker Project. Now you'll see as the students come forward to receive their diplomas, you will notice that they are wearing different colored cords. The green cords represent graduation with honors, and the gold cords indicate graduation with the highest honors. Turn it over to you.
Julia Clark Helmick Adcock. Nina Marguerite Agafanovas. Catherine Ann Gelt Arnold. Emily Barr. Monique Naomi Bell. Nicole Michelle Bolot-Sirkovsky. Abigail Brady Dunn. Ayana Maya Crowder. Anna Maria Sviatonovich. Jillian Renee Davis. Hannah Eve Dover. Amy Jordan Kyoko Fabella. Hannah Grace Friend. Abby Nicole Goldman. Olivia Lynn Heinley. Madison Abigail Hunt. Nasiah Israel. Kabakibu. Zaina Cater. Adam Hamid Khan. Veritas Doohyun Kim. Fenda Conte. Victoria Ann Kowalczyk. Andrea Lee. Nicholas Gordon Lee. Rachel Elizabeth McKenzie. Mackenzie Aaron Manley. Maggie Lynn McCall. John Daniel McCullough III. Jonathan Tyler McLaughlin. Marnie Noel McManus. Carly Francesca Moore. Jonathan Dane Mullinax. Rachel Lynn Negawicki. Caitlin Elizabeth Olson. Isabella Maria Palma. Michael Leonard Pickard. Natalie Isabella Rivera. Delaney Marie Rodriguez. Elizabeth Jennifer Shank. Shauna Savitri Sate. Janet Christina Shea. Jessica Shannon Sherman. Allie Marie Schewel. Alexia Adrian Snap. Emily Catherine Wagner. Mary Caitlin Walsh. Asia Zanette Watkins. Nolan Edwin Woods. Candace Megan Wu. Alyssa Liwei Yan.
Next, I'd like to have Dr. Jody Guest come to the stage to present the Interprofessional Education Certificate of Distinction.
All right, this is now in my role as the Director of the Office of Interprofessional Education and Collaborative Practice for Emory University, and it is my pleasure to give on the honor of the distinction of the Certificate of Interprofessional Education from the Provost Office, from those who have served more than 100 hours of community service in an interprofessional education component across their years here as Emory PA students. This year, we are honoring 26 of our graduates who have spent at a minimum those number of hours doing community engagement with their colleagues from the schools of medicine, the medical students, the MD, PhD students, the School of Nursing, and the physical therapy students, as well as the School of Public Health students. So I'm going to read their names. They're all going to come forward, and you will see that they receive a stole to go with it, as well as a certificate for their honor today. If you would please stand and come forward when I call your name. Nina Agafanonis, Katie Arnold, Monique Bell, Nicole Bella-Serlatsky, Anna Sviatinovich, sorry, I just said all these names, Hannah Dover, Amy Fabella, Hannah Friend, Abby Goldman, Lulu Heinley, Madison Hunt, Victoria Kowalczyk, Rachel McKenzie, Mackenzie Manley, Jonathan McLaughlin, Marnie McManus, Carly Moore, Isabella Palma, Michael Pickard, Natalie Rivera, Delaney Rodriguez, Elizabeth Shank, Shauna Sate, Jessica Sherman, Emily Wagner, and Mary Kate Walsh.
As they're filing off, I'd like to say on behalf of the PA program, we'd like to thank all the cheering squads out there. You guys are amazing. You guys really brought it today, so we appreciate that up here. As our graduates are finding their seats, next we are proud to honor our dual degree students who have, in addition to the Master's of Medical Science degree, have also completed the requisite academic and field work to receive a Master of Public Health degree. For this, I would like to invite Dr. Susie Alfonso to the podium. Dr. Alfonso is the medical director for the PA program and will present the Master's of Public Health. Dr. Jody Guest, who holds a dual appointment at the Rollins School of Public Health and in the Physician Assistant Program, will hood these candidates. Dr. Alfonso.
If you would please come forward when you hear your name. Catherine Ann Gultz Arnold. Nolan Woods. Candace Wu.
Before I invite our next guest up to the stage, let's give a round of applause for the class of 2025. And I'd like to invite our next guest up, Lulu Heinley, who is selected by her peers to give this year's retrospective for the class. I can't wait. Please welcome Lulu to the stage one more time, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, everyone. I actually did not tell anyone in my family that I was selected to give a speech today, so surprise! My name is Lulu Heinley, a member of the class of 2025. Originally, I had joked that I would get up here and just open mic my hilarious stories and unique experiences from rotations. However, I felt that would not be palatable for our family and friends. But if you're curious, please feel free to see me after the ceremony. on a more serious note, each of us have had 29 months full of unique experiences that I would not have been able to picture for us 3 years ago. In our first week of PA school, Alan encouraged us to think about our why. Why did you choose to pursue a career as a PA and an education at Emory? He told us to hold on to those reasons when didactic year got overwhelming. Each of our whys may be different, but many shared a common theme: to help others, make a difference, live a life of service, and yes, make money. And we certainly had moments where we needed those reminders. Mine was within the first week when Dr. McKeon gave a lecture on the autonomic nervous system. A quick look around the room revealed stressed expressions and furrowed brows, many of which remained throughout our time in anatomy and dissecting in the cadaver lab. While that lab ruined Vicks VapoRub for many of us, it also gave us the privilege of holding a human heart and brain in our hands and learning from people who donated their bodies to the pursuit of knowledge. We learned everything we could about them, inside and out, and we also learned a lot about ourselves in the process. I personally learned the importance of rolling with the punches. Whether it was in our OSCE exams, where some of our patient actors really committed to their characters, learning to read EKGs, learning about the pterygopalatine fossa from Dr. Pettis' Anatomy Kingdom videos, or trying our hand at our first sutures and knot ties. A phrase we heard often to describe this attitude was flexible and adaptable, sometimes used as praise, inspiration, or as a firm reminder that sometimes you just gotta do things that you don't wanna do. It was this attitude and the camaraderie of our class that got us to our first white coat ceremony in December of 2024. We celebrated with many of the same faces with us in this room now, and we were proud. But also, maybe quietly, we were nervous for the year of clinicals to come. Again, Alan encouraged us to remember our why before clinicals because we would be pushed out of our comfort zone. And he was right. We learned how to manage patients, improved our bedside manner, and fine-tuned our technical skills. We also learned about the many dichotomies that exist in medicine. Medicine is dirty and medicine is sterile. Sometimes at the exact same moment, if you're like me and are told to toss your scrub towel into the trash can, miss by a mile, and watch it plop onto the tray of sterile towels, delaying the entire case. Medicine is emotional and medicine is clinical. We learned this sitting with patients and families to discuss goals of care, delivering devastating news to a patient who is doing everything right, or pushing on a patient's chest with everything we had, hoping that our will for them to survive would make it so, and then walking out after a shift and rejoining the world as if nothing had happened. We see patients at their most vulnerable. Often they're apologizing for the state they're in. And if you're like me, you respond with, "Don't worry, this isn't even the craziest thing I've seen today," which somehow is usually true. Judgment's left at the door, and we show up for our patients the way we'd hope someone would show up for us. Medicine is an art and medicine is a science. We asked our preceptors, "How do you know this?" or "Why this instead of that?" And we are often met with, "Well, that's a very nuanced question." And we quickly realize the textbook doesn't always translate to clinical practice. But instead of being intimidated, we leaned in to answer the hows, whys, and whats, and learned how to practice thoughtful and evidence-based care. Medicine is fulfilling and medicine is a sacrifice. Many of us chose Emory for its commitment to service. Through the Emory Farm Worker Project, Jornada de Salud, or Good Samaritan Clinic, where we saw lives changed in a single visit. We held on to those moments when much was demanded of us. On those early mornings in the OR, when your resident cut out your sutures, even though those were your best ones yet, or calling the Epic help desk to get access yet again, my personal record was 17 calls in one morning. It was then that we remembered the bigger picture: compassion, empathy, and service to others. Medicine is often described as a constant battle to cheat and triumph over death, but I also believe that medicine is a celebration of life. And while we learned these lessons, our own lives did not stop occurring outside of the classroom. There were tough times, family emergencies, illness. Mary Kate even lost her rib, traffic, car troubles, and we lost loved ones that should be sitting in the crowd with us today. But there were also wonderful times. We celebrated birthdays, anniversaries, and holidays. Many of our classmates got engaged or had beautiful weddings. Nick became a dad, and Julia and Chelsea continued to conquer PA school while also being full-time moms. Some of us worked hard to make long-distance relationships work. Some of us worked hard to make long-distance relationship work, and others commuted long distances to get to campus each day. We helped each other move to new homes, carpooled and watched each other's fur babies. We went whitewater rafting twice and had a fantastic volleyball team that crushed everyone at Kappa. We made time for concerts, karaoke, game nights, new restaurants, trips, and sports games, and we even filmed a fantastic class music video inspired by Beyoncé. But we didn't make it through all of these things on our own. To our significant others, some of whom we met in PA school, you may need a graduation of your own for making it here with us. They have learned lessons too, like to never ask about a shift at the hospital over dinner if you want to keep your appetite. Don't ask us when we'll be home because your guess is as good as mine. And yes, we can certainly listen to your family member's medical issue if it keeps them from falling down a rabbit hole on Google. And to our family and friends, thank you for supporting us before and throughout our time in PA school. You've listened to our frustrations and our successes. You've inspired us to pursue a career in healthcare and reminded us of our why again and again. We cannot say it enough. Thank you. To our faculty, you've put up with us for 29 long months. You've taught us every module, guided us in our societies, and encouraged us to approach each rotation with a healthy balance of confidence and humility. You continue to remind us how far we have come and have shaped us into the clinicians we are today. So thank you. To our preceptors, thank you for devoting your time and sharing your wisdom. You have molded us into effective, empathetic, and confident providers. We truly could not have made it here without you. To my classmates, I am so proud of us. You have taught me the importance of community because the only thing better than celebrating your own success has been getting to celebrate the successes of others. A unique feature of our class is that we all came into PA school with a genuine desire to be friends, and we quickly became a family. We pulled all-nighters, practiced physical exams, shared study resources, and have done hundreds of group projects, a few of which featured some incredible acting and costumes for video submissions. Who knew I would acquire so many wigs during my time in PA school? I have never known so many smart, organized, and high-achieving people than my classmates. We sit in this room together now, ready to walk out those doors and part ways to begin our careers, but I have no doubt that each of us will continue to show up for one another and accomplish things we could not even dream of now. So now, to keep with tradition, I encourage each of you to remember your why today and every day as we enter into our first jobs as new grads. It may change as we grow into seasoned clinicians with more tools and experience under our belt, but I hope we can always remember the younger versions of ourselves that walked the brick pathways and bridges decorated with chalk to our very first day of PA school, starry-eyed and just wanting to make a difference. Back then, it felt like this day was so far away, but here we are. To close out this speech, I wanted to quote an iconic line from a deeply moving and inspirational film. In the words of Elle Woods in Legally Blonde, congratulations, class of 2025. We did it.
Thank you so much, Lulu. You did do it. I know that the graduates are grateful to all of those who have supported them to this day, their families, their friends, staff, preceptors, faculty, and loved ones. Graduates, I want to invite you all to stand, turn around, and applaud everybody that's here who has made this day possible. And for this next section, we would like to recite the PA oath. So I'm going to have all of you continue to stand. If there are any other medical professionals in the audience who would like to recite the oath, please join us. The words can be found in the program. Now the trick is for all of us to do this together. You guys got this? I pledge to perform the following duties with honesty and dedication. I will hold as my primary responsibility the health, safety, welfare, and dignity of all human beings. I will uphold the tenets of patient autonomy, beneficence, non-maleficence, and justice. I will recognize and promote the value of diversity. I will treat equally all persons who seek my care. I will hold in confidence the information shared in the course of practicing medicine. I will assess my personal capabilities and limitations, striving always to improve my medical practice. I will actively seek to expand my knowledge and skills, keeping abreast of advances in medicine. I will work with other members of the healthcare team to provide compassionate and effective care of patients. I will use my knowledge and experience to contribute to the community. I will respect my professional relationship with the physician. I will share and expand knowledge within the profession. These duties I pledge with sincerity and upon my honor. You may be seated. Thank you. Folks, I'd love to give a couple of shout outs as we begin to wrap up this ceremony. It takes a team of people to make the events like today happen. This team, many of whom are behind the scenes, have spent countless hours this year arranging every last detail for today and yesterday as well. This team of staff makes our program run smoothly day in and day out, and I'd like to recognize each and every one of them. Kalila Ward and Mona Ingram have been our coordinators and North Star of today's events. Kay Johnson-Bull, Javar White, Tabitha Curtis, Jalicia Hudson, Komal Patel, and Emmy Grill, thank you so much for your part as well. And lastly, I'd like to thank our photographers for helping us remember today. Thank you so much. Graduates, since arriving here 29 months ago, your lives have been completely intertwined. After years of studying together, laughing together, winning volleyball tournaments together, leaning on one another in tough times, and touching patients' lives despite your own individuality, your lives now and forever are interconnected. I would say that your lives were interconnected even before arriving here. All of our lives in this room share so much in common. Common dreams, common aspirations, common stories, a common path that brought everyone together in this hall today. And if you look really, really hard, you can see yourselves reflected in the person next to you. And I'd love to do that right now. I invite everyone in this room, faculty, staff, friends, to turn to the person to your right or to your left, say hello, and see, it's good. And the challenge is to see if you can actually find glimmers of yourself reflected in the person that you just said hello to. I see that generated a little conversation. I appreciate that. We might be onto something, folks. We might be onto something. Thich Nhat Hanh, a Vietnamese Buddhist monk who walked with Martin Luther King Jr. during the civil rights era, spoke passionately about this very phenomenon, which you all just spoke about to yourselves, of being able to see yourself within others, a shared humanity. He called this phenomena interbeing. And he wrote this: interbeing is the understanding that nothing exists separately from anything else. Happiness and safety are not individual matters. By taking care of another person, you take care of yourself. By taking care of yourself, you take care of another person. If you suffer, then I suffer. And if you are not safe, then I am not safe. There is no way for me to be truly happy if you are suffering. So if you can smile, I can smile too. It's always been a really powerful statement to me. At the heart of this idea of interbeing is the essence of human caring and human connection. And this was your drive that got you here, to see the humanity in others, to call truth to power, and to take action when needed. This is how you thrived together as a class over the last 29 months, and your journey has been shaped by both shared laughter and shared hardship. If one of you was suffering, then all of you stepped in. And when one of you was smiling, everybody would break out in laughter, and sometimes we'd have to stop class. At Grady, at the VA, at Emory, in Bainbridge, in Valdosta, unfortunately, we all have seen the effects, the downstream effects on regular people when our society does not act from a place of kindness or shared humanity. And our world is so divided right now. And to me, every day it seems like we are in so much pain, in need of new ideas, kind hearts, and compassionate people that will care for others, whatever their politics, whatever their background, wherever they grew up, whatever language they spoke, whatever color of their skin, who they love, or how they identify. Graduates, whom we all can now call fellow colleagues. This pain, this division that I talk about, these are all invitations. They're invitations to all of you and each one of you individually. They're invitations to turn towards one another, especially when we are uncomfortable, to be present and pausing when others want you to divide. It's an invitation to work with others that you disagree with. It's an invitation about learning about the diverse people and communities that we all come from, because that is our strength. My fellow PAs, my fellow colleagues, you all have chosen a profession that privileges us to carry this unique torch of interconnection and interbeing into each patient's room. You've already been practicing interbeing for the last 29 months with your peers, your family members, and your patients, and my guess is that all of them have been practicing with you too. Every day, starting today, this is an opportunity to change the very fabric of society, one person, one patient at a time, by the simple reminder that if you can smile, I can smile too. May you have a remarkable journey to each and every one of you. Thank you. Graduates, stand. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to present to you, sometimes you lose your wording up here, but it's okay, the class of 2025. And ladies and gentlemen, this brings us to the conclusion of our ceremony. Following the benediction by Reverend Herlong, the faculty, followed by the graduates, will recess. We would like to ask that the audience stay in their seats during this reception. We will be taking several class photos outside before we can all mingle. Please have patience, and we look forward to seeing you all outside. Reverend Herlong.
This is always one of my favorite services to be a part of. There's something in the water in this program that just brings a lot of joy into the world. Graduates, I invite you to close your eyes, take a really deep breath, and name whatever you're feeling right now. Joy, excitement, pride, a little bit of anxiety about what's next. Hold on to this as you go out these doors. Thank you. I invite all of you to pray with me in a posture that is comfortable for you. I will use the name God, but please use whatever name, word, or silent offering is holy for you. Let us pray. God of beginnings and endings, we give thanks for the time together today to celebrate and honor the achievements of the Physician Assistant Class of 2025. We ask your blessing on the faculty, staff, and administrators at the Emory School of Medicine as they continue to teach and equip current and future students for the work of healing and care. We ask your blessing on family and friends who traveled today to celebrate with us. May they continue to be a source of support and love for these graduates. And lastly, we ask your blessing on the class of 2025. Bless their time of transition from the classroom to the places of care that first called them here. May they carry with them the knowledge, compassion, and purpose gained over the last 29 months to serve humanity. And as one of my favorite blessings says, bless them with enough foolishness to believe that they can make a difference in the world so that they can do what others claim cannot be done. Amen.